Hi guys, my name is Bobby. Welcome back, and today I'm going to be talking about all of my unread Book of the Month books. So if you don't know, Book of the Month is a subscription service which is not like getting a box like Fairy Loot or Outcrate or anything like that. Book of the Month is a subscription service where you sign up and it only costs about $14.99 a month. If you want to go that route, you can do a 3-month, 6-month, 12-month, or whatever. But per monthly, it's $14.99 a month, and you get one hardcover new release book a month. They give you 5 options, and you choose from one of the 5 options. And from those 5 options, you just choose whichever one you want. And then after that, you can pick up to 2 more of whatever they have on their website. They have so many different categories. They have historical fiction, young adult, thriller, literary fiction, sci-fi, whatever, and you can get up to 2 extra for $9.99 a piece. They are brand new, they're hardcover. It's worth it. Like, to pay $15 for one hardcover is cheap enough, but if you get more and they're only like $10 a piece, that is so worth it. I've been subscribed to Book of the Month for over 2 years, so they just came out with a thing where they have Book of the Month BFFs. I guess I'm one of them because I've been subscribed for so long, where I got a free tote and a free credit. I will link my thing in the description, which everybody has these. It's not just me. I am not a rep for Book of the Month. It's just a subscription service I absolutely love. But if you click on my link and sign up down below, then I get a free book. So everybody wins, and everybody can do that. If you sign up, you'll get a link where you can share with friends or family or whatever, and you can get free books if they sign up through your link. But I love their service. They always at least have 1 thriller a month, 1 historical fiction. They have memoirs. They have nonfiction. They have almost anything you can think of. They've added way more in the last year or so to encompass other people. Like YA is a new thing they've just added to encompass all the YA readers. They have a ton. And I want to talk about all the ones I have unread because I believe there's 16 here. Because, you know, I have no chill. So instead of just having, you know, getting 1 book, I always have to add 2 more on because, you know, again, no chill, and I have to have all the books, and I have a problem. But anyways, I'm going to get into this, but first I would like to say I'm really sorry that video didn't go up on time this week. I was an idiot, and before I left for vacation, I didn't pre-film. For some reason, I got like my week mixed up, and I smashed it all together, and I thought that I had plenty of time. I didn't. I like totally skipped over a week. So this will be going up a little late. I will be posting a birthday/vacation haul when everything comes in. I got a whole bunch of Harry Potter stuff while I was on vacation. My birthday was on July 10th. I know Cody from Cody's Book Corner is sending me a birthday present, which I'm sure is books, and it should be here any day now. My husband gave me a $150 Barnes & Noble gift card because he's a horrific enabler, and I bought 10 books on that. That's coming on Tuesday. So I'll wait till everything comes in before I do an actual haul, because I haven't done a haul in a while, and I don't think I'll be doing everything I've acquired because I don't really remember and it'd be too much. So I'm just going to do the haul of the books that I bought for my birthday and anything else that I got from Cody or anybody else that comes in, and everything I got while I was at Disney and Universal Studios that I find that's really fun. I'll also share some pictures of me and my family and all that stuff because we had an amazing time. We literally got back last night, and then I realized, fuck, I forgot to pre-film. Like, and this is the video I was going to pre-film before, and I didn't do it. I need to do it now. So, yeah, I kind of look like trash. I do actually have some makeup on my face because I just met my best friend for lunch because our birthdays are 3 days apart. So I did that. I came home. Now I'm filming this, and let's just get into all of the Book of the Month books that I have yet to read. So the first books I'm going to talk about are the books that I got for my July Book of the Month. This one is the book that is the one that I chose that was in the 5, and the other 2 are extras. So the book I chose for July is Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. Now, I haven't had much luck with Riley Sager. I did not like the Final Girls. Like, I enjoyed it until page 8. When I figured out who the killer was. And I was correct. And I didn't like the main character. I thought she was whiny and annoying, and I really didn't care for her at all. And then the other one was, oh my god, what's it called? The camping one. The Last Time I Lied. That one I enjoyed more. Like the setting, the camp setting, it kind of reminded me of The Parent Trap a little bit. Like, I enjoyed the camp setting. But again, I guessed the ending, and it really irritated me. So for me, Third Time's a Charm. I'm going to try this. I've heard nothing but good things about this. Lala has read it. April from Getting Hooga With It has read it. Both of them have absolutely loved it and given it 5 stars, so I have high hopes that Third Time's a Charm. Don't know why I keep picking Riley Sager up when obviously I don't jive with his writing because I guess the answers beforehand. But I'm going to give this one a shot. This one is about a girl who is apartment sitting for this really fancy schmancy like hotel or apartment complex, and weird shit starts happening, and so we'll see. It's supposed to be good. We'll see. Hopefully Third Time's a Charm. And then the other 2 books that I got for July were add-ons. This one was from June, and it was one I looked at and I was like, oh, it looks kind of good. But one of my best friend has actually read her because I've got her books on my Kindle because she steals my Kindle all the time, or my Amazon sign-in to read my Kindle books. And so I've gotten her a couple of times, and she really seems to enjoy her, so I thought maybe I'd give her a shot. And that's The Summer of '69 by Ellen Hildebrand. And this, I love books that take place in the 60s. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite time periods, and there's not many books that are set in the 60s that showcase like the way people lived and stuff like that. And this, it takes place on, is it like Martha's Vineyard? Oh, Nantucket. In the summer of '69, Bryan Adams, where are you? But it takes place there. It's about a family growing up, developing, you know, the whole 9 yards. A lot of family drama, which I really jive with. I love family drama. This is a literary fiction, I believe. I know Ellen Hildebrand tends to write a lot of romance, but this one I don't think is very romance heavy. It's more domestic and that kind of stuff. It takes place in the summer of '69. I'm pretty excited about it. It's a lot chunkier than I thought it was going to be, but still excited to read this one. It was last month and I almost got it, but instead I just put it as an add-on for this month. And the other one was actually another July pick, and I couldn't decide. I know I had to get Lock Every Door because everybody's been talking about it, but then I also got The Gifted School by Bruce Holsinger, and this, if I remember right, is about, I think it takes place in present time, and it's a very domesticated, contemporary, I don't think it's a thriller, maybe a little bit of a mystery. It's a big book. It's almost 500 pages, but it's about like elite schools, good schools, stately houses, safe neighborhoods, all in a beautiful landscape. It takes place in Crystal, Colorado. Yeah, so it looks like family dynamics, community cracks, like stuff that happens in the community that surrounds like the school for the gifted. I don't know, sounded interesting. Why not? Let's add to the other pile of books that I haven't read yet. Because, you know, I read like maybe 6 books a month, but I need to buy 13 books a month because, you know, makes sense. Now, the rest of these books were either in June or prior. Some of them are pretty far back, but we're just going to go through them just so you can see. And this is kind of for you guys to see like what kind of books like Book of the Month offers. There's such a good diversity. I mean, granted, I don't get a lot of the young adult, but like they had On the Come Up was part of their young adult. They had The Gilded Wolves was in their young adult section. I mean, they have, oh, The Bride Test was in their young adult section, or their romance section, excuse me. So, I mean, they kind of branch out and are doing more popular titles, where before you might get one that you recognized, but the rest were kind of like, oh, well, that sounds really interesting, but I haven't heard about it yet. Especially on BookTube, which is very heavy, you know, YA concentrated. So it really excites me. Like, I love Book of the Month. Like, I have to buy 3 every month because I struggle. But the next one I have to talk about is Ask Again Yes by Mary Beth Keane. This one was super popular last month. This was my June pick. This talks about 2 families who live in the Bronx, I believe in New York. Both of the dads are cops, and these families are intertwined. I believe the daughter of one family and the son of another family get together, but something drastic happens that separates the families. It's very domestic drama. From what I understand, this book was so fucking popular. If you're smart, like, you can pick your books for Book of the Month on the 1st of every month. That's when you pick them. They're there by the 10th of the month. But if you are, like, and I figured this out I think it was like 6 or 7 months ago. If you go on the day before the 1st of the month, so either like the 30th or the 31st of the previous month, they'll be in there and you can pick them a little early, and you might get them a little early. So I picked this one right away and my add-ons and then had them sent. Vicky also chose this one for her Book of the Month in June, and it was over a week late getting to her because it was so popular they had to order more. So that's very telling about what kind of book this is. but I guess it's very dramatic. All the reviews I've seen have been super fabulous, so I can't wait to get to this one. I really wanted to pick it up this month, but I don't think I can fit it into my bookie trials TBR, so unless I use it as my random book. My random book I have is The Huntress, but we'll see. The next one I have to talk about is a thriller. This was a May, I think this was my May pick. I can't remember. And that's Necessary People by Anna Pitoniak? I no. Anyways, this is a thriller. It's about two best friends who are very toxic and kind of fight against each other. Don't know much more about it. Don't really care to know much more about it because it's a thriller, so I really need to get back into thrillers. I haven't really read much lately, and I'm feeling kind of down about it. So we'll see how this one goes. The next one was February of 2018, but I didn't get it until January, I think, and that's The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. This one was a pick way back in February of 18. I didn't pick it because at the time I hadn't read Kristen Hanna. It kind of really wasn't my thing yet. I hadn't read The Nightingale yet. But this one I picked as an add-on a couple of months ago. Everybody knows about Kristen Hanna. The Great Alone is the one that takes place in the 70s in Alaska. The next one was my June pick. A Nearly Normal Family by M.T. Edvardsson. This is translated from Swedish, I believe. It is a thriller about a girl who is a suspect in a murder, and her parents are lawyers and they're trying to defend her. So from what I understand, it's a psychological thriller that's really gripping and very family oriented. I'm really curious to get into this one. I haven't heard much about it, so that makes me even more intrigued. The next one was an add-on that I picked, and this one is definitely one that's just on Book of the Month as an add-on, because on the back, like I'll show you, like on the back of this one, this is A Nearly Normal Family. See if I can get this so you can see. If you see, it says June 2019 with the Book of the Month here. Let's see one that looks easier to read. Okay, so here's The Gifted School. July 2019 Book of the Month. So on each of them, you will see that on the back, so it'll tell you what month it came from. This one just says Books We Love, Book of the Month. So these are books that they add on that are favorites of other people. So they just add it on as an option to buy in hardcover. And some of these are old, like this one, Rules of Civility by Amor Towles. I saw all over at Book Olive talk about this one. This is like her favorite book of all time. It takes place in the 20s. It's kind of domestic, romancy a little bit. So I'm curious. So I was like, why not? It's not that big. Hopefully I can get through it. We'll see. And the next one was a pick in November of 2018. I just bought it I added it as an add-on in June. And that's Ladder to the Sky by John Boyne. This one I bought immediately after reading Heart's Invisible Furies because I loved it so fucking much. And this one, Vicky and I are going to buddy read in February. And this is about a guy who is trying to get to the top of a corporation and all the manipulative bullshit he does to get to the top. Very excited to read this one. The next one was my March pick, and that was Before She Knew Him by Peter Swanson. This is a thriller. I've never read Peter Swanson before, but Vicky has. Vicky has read this and said it was really good. It's about a woman who moves to a neighborhood, and they do like this family barbecue thing, or neighborhood barbecue thing, and the guy across the street, she swears she knows, and she thinks he's committed a murder. Intrigue, drama, thriller. I don't really want to know much going into it. It's fairly short. It's just one I haven't gotten around to yet. And as you notice with like these 15, 16 books, it's just books that I really want to read, but I haven't gotten them in my TBR, or I haven't pulled them from the TBR jar, or ones I just haven't gotten to, but I want to read all of them. Like if somebody could clone me and the clone could go to work and I could just sit here and read, it would be heavenly, but we all know that's not going to happen. So the next one was also a Books We Love add-on, and I've heard Lala talk about it. So many people have talked about this one, and I don't know if I'm going to like it, but I want to see, so I bought it. And that's A Secret History by Donna Tartt. I didn't realize how fucking chunky this book was. But yeah, this is about an elite group of kids that go to this college, and they're part of like a Greek class that's like this elite group, and they're all hoity-toity, and they only talk about themselves. And it's supposed to be kind of like one of those like entitled... We'll see. I've heard Lala fucking loved it. I don't know if I'm going to, but we'll see. It's pretty chunky, but I've heard good things about it, so I want to give it a shot. Next was my February pick, and this one I guess has gotten a lot of good ratings on the Book of the Month website. So if once you're done reading a Book of the Month book, you can go on the website and you sign into your thing, and it'll show all the books that you've purchased through them or received through them, and then you can rate them. You can give them it's not like a star rating. It's like love, like, dislike, or hate kind of deal. And you can write a little blurb about why you liked it or didn't like it. And then they have a shelf, and they shelve all the books you've ever had. If you decided that you DNF'd it or you didn't want to read it and you donated it or whatever, they also have a part of the shelf for that. So it's really cool because it's a way to track what you've gotten from them. But the book that I picked in February that I still haven't read and I really want to is A Woman Is No Man by Etafram. This is an Own Voices Arab story about two separate generations. A mother while she's growing up, and then her daughter, and they living in America but being Arab and I think Muslim, if I'm correct. I think I'm correct. Being Muslim, and I think they're from, where are they from? Frick. It's gotta say it, come on. I know they're Muslim, I believe. Oh, they're from Palestine. Okay, so believe they're Muslim, but it, like, the culture shock and difference of living in America than living in Palestine, and what is expected of females in this religion and culture and all that. It's supposed to be super fucking amazing, and that's why I bought it, because I love gritty reads like that. I just haven't gotten to it yet. And the next couple ones are like really old, that I've had for quite a while. The next one is from September 2018, and that's November Road by Lou Berney. This one is a historical fiction about a man who worked for the mob and he's trying to escape. I think it takes place in the 60s. And so he hitches a ride with this woman and her children, and they're going cross country. So it's kind of road trippy, but also mysterious, domestic. We'll see. I haven't read it yet. And next one is super huge on BookTube, and everybody's read it but me. It was an April 2018 pick, and I picked it as my April 2018 pick, and I don't know why I keep putting it off, because I know I'm going to love it, and that's Cersei by Madeline Miller. Like, everybody's read this, and everybody's loved it, and I just haven't picked it up yet, and I know I'm going to love it. But yeah, I got the Book of the Month one, and I really want to read it, and I think I'm just waiting for the hype to die down, and it's kind of died down now, and I just need to pick it up. But I know I'm going to love it because I love Greek mythology, but still haven't done it yet. I have 2 books left, and the next one is July 2018, and I remember this one, and I got it because it's, again, historical, and that's The Summer Wives by Beatriz Martinez, and this takes place in the 50s and 60s in, is this one Martha's Vineyard? I know one of them's Martha's Vineyard, maybe, or ish. Summer 51, and it goes into 1969, but it's on the East Coast-ish, it doesn't really say. But it's about a woman, and she makes like a connection with somebody, and they split up, something happens. Drama, domestic, literary fiction. Takes place in the 60s, sign me up, don't know why I haven't read it. And the last one was one that I kind of threw as an add-on from February, and it looked like it was one I was going to like. I just haven't picked it up yet. And that's The Age of Light by Whitney Scher. And this is, I think it's a historical fiction that's partly based in fact about a photographer and his muse in Paris in the 20s, I believe. 1929, so late 20s, early 30s. Lee Miller, photographer Lee Miller, and his muse. And how she becomes a photographer herself. I've heard mixed reviews about it, but it just seemed kind of fascinating. I'm not a huge Paris lover, and I like the 20s and 30s, but I prefer like the 60s or like 1800s, but it just seemed intriguing, so I got it, and I just haven't picked it up yet. I've got a lot of historical fiction, I'm starting to realize, but this one looked super interesting to me as well. Okay guys, that's it. That is all of my unread Book of the Month books. I clearly have a problem. Like, I always buy more than just the one that you're allotted for your $15 a month. But I just love Book of the Month so much, and they have such good quality books. They're all hardcovers. They are all, I can't. Like, I always have to. Like, I don't have a choice. Like, even if I only like one of the month's picks, I will sit there and cycle through until I can find ones that I thought maybe I might like just to add on, because I want all the Book of the Month books. Again, I will leave my link in the description below if you'd like to sign up for Book of the Month. Again, it's only $14.99 a month. Again, I am not sponsored by Book of the Month. I'm not affiliated with them. I just love their service so much. And if you use my link to sign up, I will get a free book, which always helps me because, you know, I just need more piles of things I haven't read yet, along with the other 10 books that are coming in my birthday haul. But anyways, yeah, guys, that's it. Please let me know in the comments down below which ones do you think I should prioritize. I want to read all of these. I just don't know which one to pick up next. It's one of those ones where you stare at your shelf and you go, what do I read? What do I pick up? So please let me know in the comments below if you've read any of these. Which ones should I prioritize? Which ones do you think that I would really enjoy? Which one should I pick up? Because I need to know which one to read next. Like, I need to start knocking off some of my Book of the Month books. And yeah, that's it. I will see you guys in the next one. Please like and subscribe, all the good stuff.